on the dole has a far better opportunity in the future.
At all. When the sky is darkest, never despair.
It's just sad. Really is sad to see the state some people are living.
For there's always one day.
Everybody's on the breadline. Well, I am on the breadline anyway. I don't give a damn who it is. But they all are, but you're unemployed at Braunstone.
Everything may be okay.
Most people do not want to mortgage the future and leave their children to pick up the bill. Mr. President, Labour's banner reads back.
Don't forget to worry, count your blessings instead. So why worry?
There's too many people in this country. You know what I mean? So, what's the plan like?
Worry gets you nowhere at all.
Never trust a government that tells you it's going to spend.
1960, and we have never had it so good.
And previously left our children with a load of debt around their
Jobs for
necks.
everybody. No wasting of men's lives in idleness. The new estates and new towns have turned the country's back on the hovels of the past and on the lost years. Those evils must never return.
People say scroungers, stole scroungers. That attitude is still alive. That's what happens. They just mass the people into the estates, into the unemployment areas, into the black spots. Keep pouring them in there. That's it, like, to keep them under control.
Once you say you're from Braunstone, then they don't want to know you. That's been a long-standing thing.
To be a poor person in this country, the same as being a prostitute or a thief or whatever. You're branded. Well, it's wrong, like, because it must be governments before that are wrong, like, for us to be in this situation. You can't just blame it on a Conservative government.
What you have is people in a crisis situation who don't see any hope, who don't see any prospect, who just see clouds looming all over them all the time.
We've got a good community, but we need more help.
People are poor, and people here are getting poorer. They're cold, they're getting colder. More people are faced with a choice between heating and eating. Sometimes I don't actually know how they manage to keep their head above water and how they manage to keep their sanity.
There's not enough money. I mean, I feel like this is just like we've been put in here. Like, I feel like this is. I know, like, I haven't worked or people don't work and that, you know what I mean? But it's their problem. If they create areas like this of people who are not so well off, like, you know, they just put you all together, and that's how I think they're trying to dispose of you, you know what I mean?
Well, it gets them down, doesn't it? You know, being stuck in all the... I think that's where a lot of the depression comes in around here. You know, there's a lot of people that are depressed in that because, well, they've just got nothing to do with the time. Well, nothing can be done about it, can it? Unless somebody comes up and gives us a job. And they ain't doing that.
The idea of the system is just to have them to sit in their house, watch the TV, and keep them subdued, keep them down, keep them under control, you know what I mean?
Well, I think it's rotten, I do.
There's no possible hope of me getting a job. At my age, nobody will entertain me. And at the other end of the scale, you get kids leaving school. They've got no chance.
It is bad unemployment, obviously. Not just in Braunstone, though, is it? It's everywhere. I know a few people that go out continuously, week in and week out, trying to get work, but they're just not having no luck.
Well, we know where we're going, but we don't know where we've been.
I grew up in the 30s with an unemployed father. He didn't riot. He got on his bike and looked for work, and he kept looking till he found it.
I get off the subject sometimes when I'm talking, but I've experienced real hunger.
And the future is certain. Give us time to work it out.
Housing, high unemployment, social deprivation, these are evils in themselves, and it's part of the job of a Tory government to find practical remedies for them. But it is not poverty which leads people to loot television sets and video recorders. The roots of these acts lie in greed and in the excitement of violence.
You're listening to a small business in Leicester on its way to becoming a statistic. Last year, nearly 15,000 UK companies went to the wall.
They're just passing the buck to the likes of us. And it's sad, really, but that's the truth. It's left to the likes of us to go and sort out our holdings, or anybody else that's got problems.
Will depend upon how people take advantage of the opportunities which are offered.
They're all spending no end of money, here, there and everywhere. But nobody's getting it on the ground where the people need it. Tell me about the stove now. If this is not working, you say, you can smell gas, and you want a new one.
Well, does
your oven work?
What?
Does your oven
Well, the oven
inside?
works enough, but they're full of... With the steer it.
Yeah.
With an ice and all.
Mice gets in your oven.
The ice gets in there now.
Well, I should turn the oven off.
Thanks very much.
That's it, my baby.
Every month we see more and more people turning up who can't afford to pay for their gas.
Beautiful. I've been waiting for.
Last year the government clawed £1 back off pensioners for the heating addition, a very mean and despicable trick.
That's the colour of my room where I will live.
Well, approximately eight months ago they came in and they turned the gas off. The electric was already turned off.
Part of the cutback says that the resources are diminishing all the time while the problem's growing.
3 days we was wrapped in bloody sleeping bags with coats on. Me and the wife, separate sleeping bags with a quilt over the top of us. We slept downstairs, haven't been upstairs for about 4 months. It's too cold upstairs. Just unbearable, isn't it?
Say we've got the paraffin lamp, and when we want the telly on, we've got a couple of batteries which we can run the telly off. So we're all right. No problems. We're happy. We've got entertainment, we've got light, so why bother with the other?
The government cutbacks are cutbacks on things that belong to people as of right.
There is one thing, my friends, that gives me special pleasure. 600,000 or thereabout.
People who last year had to sit down to a meal that was no inspiration to them because they had had it either from public or private charity, are sitting down to that meal today because they have earned it.
Well, to be quite honest, them that we do deliver to are really desperate cases. Well, most of them are. I think they appreciate it, I think they need it. And I think there could be more helpers up here to do it. Because there must be a hell of a lot more that's slipping through the net.
It's dinner!
Our civilization, in a word, is lopsided. Figures of unemployment are down, the trade figures are up. Recovery seems to set in. How far all this may be due to the efforts of states, how far it's happened in spite of them, I'll leave you to judge and history to record.
There's awful one, isn't it? Now. Fucking hard work, isn't it? Yeah. We generally go on Mondays after the weekend because to play, you know, busy weekends on the golf course. We'll probably found about 10 to 15 golf balls a day, like. And I sell them for about 10 to 15 pence each, so that gets a bag of some bread. It's just going on top of me now, I'm nearly 40. You know, I just got to think of my children now. And that's it.